We are live, Maree. How are you doing? How's everybody doing on the chat? Thank you for being here, everybody. Jazzy, how's Jazzy doing? Everything good?
Daisy's great. Yes, he's been behaving himself, trying to, so that's good. But yeah, everything's good here. Just cruising along. I was just saying before to Elisa, oh my God, it's only been like 2 and a bit weeks that I've been home, and it feels like months. It's like, what is going on with this time thing? It's quite bizarre. So yeah, and the last 2 nights I've woken up at about 2:30 or so and gone, what is going on? Like quite awake. So I have to sort of get myself back to sleep. So I don't know how you've been
Oh, yeah,
sleeping
that
or what's
happened to me last night. That did happen to me last night.
interesting. So yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay. So then I just might just read for a bit or do something, and then I'll just try and put myself back to sleep. So
Yeah,
interesting. So I
yeah.
wonder how everyone else has been. Has everyone else sort of been having sleeping like changes? Or I know there's huge frequency coming in because my whole brain feels like it's rewiring. Like I'll sometimes I'll try and put a sentence together and I go, just don't say anything because there's nothing there. just and I was going, and I said to one of my friends, am I getting Alzheimer's? I went, no, I knew I wasn't because I wouldn't have remembered that I'd forgotten.
That's very, very true. It's funny that I've been having the same thing. I've gone to play pickleball, and it's almost like I am so behind in this time space that like the ball's coming and I'm not reacting. And it's just like, what's going on here? Like, hello, Earth to Elisa. Hello, come back. So I've had to tell myself, you are now playing pickleball. And then I started playing normal.
It's bizarre, isn't it? And it's almost like we're out of our body a little bit. And Kylie, my friend, she was going, Maree, I keep running into things. It's like I'm just not here. So yeah, so Sherry said the same thing. So hi, Dennis. But yes, it's been. I think there's a lot going on energetically. So
I know
whew,
it's just crazy. It's just
it
crazy
is.
just how it feels so I like just spacey
Yeah,
and just weird. Yeah,
yeah,
it's weird. It's
it
weird.
is.
I heard somebody say, and I can't remember who or what was saying it, that their friend felt like they had relived 2023. Oh, I think it was Journey to Truth. I was watching one of the shows and they were saying one of their friends told them, "Oh yeah, I literally know I had to relive 2023." And I was like, "Oh, that's an interesting thought,
Mm, yeah,
right?"
yeah.
So I don't know.
I really feel like everything's sort of coming to a completion. This is what it feels like for me. It's like, or like when I was away, I was just getting so many rememberings and knowings. And for me now, I have no soul contracts. I owe nothing to this earth. I owe nothing to anybody but this beautiful spirit within me. And it's like I'm not coming back here. It's like something's finished. It's really interesting. So I don't know if anyone else has been feeling that. I'd love to know. But yeah, it's almost like, no, I'm done. And there's no guilt, there's no shame, there's no, oh, I have to save the planet. There's nothing anymore. It's just, I choose joy. That's it.
That is so interesting because I've also been like, "Oh, you should be volunteering out there. You should be, blah blah blah." And inside of me, I'm like, I feel like I should just live the happiest, blissful, most blissful life and just let that be. Like let that heal itself up here. Like
Yeah.
sending love to everybody here, but living my life for me. And that's been really interesting. That's kind of like how I feel now. It's like, no, 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 you're not going to volunteer at the homeless shelter. No, it's your time. It's for you
Yeah.
you know?
Totally. This is our time and we have to claim it. It's like we have to own it because this is what we've been breaking out of this system and this cycle. And when we do it, we're the seeds. So anyone that comes around us, near us, because we're all connected, that seed then transplants into everybody, into their consciousness, so they can wake up and remember as well that
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. And the other thing, let's see, Kathleen was saying, for me, I keep losing things, looking for them in every possible spot, and then find them later in the most obvious view of where I already looked so many times in the past. Um, and
Beautiful.
yeah, Nicole saying, yeah, this is the last visit to Earth. Oh, who was telling me this story? They were having the same issue about looking in, maybe it was Nicole. Yeah, it was Nicole. Same story, Kathleen, about
Yep.
looking for her keys and looking for her keys, and she actually had to call them in and go like basically go back to 3D to find them, and then she found them. Same story. She had passed right by it. So yeah, that's so interesting that it's
Yeah.
happening to people. Yeah,
Oh,
something went on with it.
Kylie was saying the same thing. My friend, she's going, Maree, I've got a bedroom like this size of, and she said, I still lost my keys 5 times in it, like before I left the house. I was going, what is going on? So we're not alone. And this is what I love when we talk about this stuff. It's like, it's simply the shift within us and that 3D reality. We're really, really merging and, moving through into other dimensions. And so is stuff like things can move in a timeline. It's like everything's like fracturing and shifting and yeah, and I mean, it must be pretty funny from the outside watching us go through this.
Well, it's so interesting because I had a biofeedback thing done maybe 2 years ago, and it came up that I was getting Alzheimer's. I was like, no, I'm not. Like, what are you talking about? So, so yeah, even the biofeedback machine was reading that like spacey, forgetful, I'm not in this dimension type of
Yes,
energy.
that's what
So,
it is, I think. Yeah, and like it's okay. And I think laughing at it is probably the best medicine for it. Like
oh
when I
yeah,
got the aha moment of Maree, you're not getting Alzheimer's because you wouldn't remember, because Alzheimer's people don't remember that
right.
they're not it. So I was going, oh, phew. But this is how bad it was. It feels a little bit better now, but it was so bad. I was just going, my brain, there's nothing in it.
Do you
So
think
it's
that
just,
Jazzy could tell us
mm,
more visually what's happening there?
yeah, it's a
I mean,
great question.
are we coming from like a 5D space where we have to come down to be in the physical to find this stuff, or like what? I just want to know what Jazzy can visually show you.
Okay. Okay, gosh, he's funny. He goes, well, I'm one of the observers and I've been laughing. So, so okay, good on you, Jazz. Thank you. Oh, this is interesting. He's showing me when he shows me things, I know because he knows I'll know how to interpret it. He's showing me wings. So when I see wings, I always see it as our light body. So yeah, it's almost like there's a fracturing and shifting and changing within our light body, okay, which is our beautiful electromagnetic aspect of us, which is where we're all connected through. But so he's showing me that there's a lot of change going on within that. And that's when we can go in and out of these realities, like for a moment. And Andy says the things around us can do that too, because our light body is also affecting our environment. And so, yeah, because he showed me these massive big wings. I went, oh, it's light body. So that makes sense because it is, and he's now showing me colors coming through into the light body. So, the beautiful, like when you look through a crystal and you see like the prisms, the colors of the prisms, that's what he's showing me that's within our light body now. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I'm getting. So I don't know if that helps, but that's just what he's showing me.
Well, that's so funny because my friend Nicole was just showed me a picture of her of that exact same thing, and her putting the bread she was making in that exact prism, so that the bread would get that crystallized energy of all that. So it's funny. that we are also receiving the messages so clearly. So
Yeah.
clearly, everything. Hi, Margaret. Oh my God, long time no see. Welcome, welcome. So it's just been, I've been way more connected. Like
Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot more, a lot faster conversation, connection. Yeah, it's been really interesting, really
Yeah.
exciting.
It is exciting. And just what I've been getting as well is it's almost shape-shifting. It's almost like we have the ability within that light body, because it's also the Merkaba, which is our travel vessel. That's what helps us to go in and out of all these different realms, and to remember how we've shape-shifted on other dimensions and how we're doing it here. And it's actually, it's showing up in things around us as much as it is within us.
Wow.
So
Wow.
that's what I've
Yeah.
been getting.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So exciting. I like
Yeah.
my crown chakra is tingling
I
right
know,
now.
and we're opening so much more. Like, my ears have been going crazy. So I went, all right, I'm going to receive it. Just bring it through. It's all good. And I think that's when my brain went numb for about 2 weeks, and because it rewired. But it's frequency, and we're frequency. So, and it is remembering it, because we can't get it unless we've been it somewhere else, or we are that. So I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
allowing and not being afraid is probably the best way to be, is to surrender. Actually, I'll pull some cards on that. I think might be helpful. Often just giving us a
Sure.
little, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
So,
love that. Yeah. Let's see.
okay, let's just see what our cards can tell us. It's so exciting because it feels like home as well to me. It's like this feels like home, this frequency, this way of being. Okay,
Yeah.
let's,
Yeah.
yeah,
Big, I mean, I like I told you before we started, I've been in a lot of bliss, like at just bliss, just really
yeah,
happy and joyful. And yeah.
yeah. And honestly, that's that. And then the more we're in that space, the more of that we bring to us and create. Oh my God, this is interesting. So we've got our Six of Pentacles. So this is when something's being offered to us, and it's in a reality, but it's staying balanced. So it will come through so that we don't get too much out of alignment. But we're definitely being offered something. And then the High Priestess, which is absolutely beautiful. This is the mystique. To me, this is the hidden, but it'll come through for us. So this is what's coming through, and we need to take time out to contemplate. I've been having the most crazy visions, thoughts, whatever, when I'm contemplating, because that Hermit card is about going inside. And so to be able to see, we need to have quiet time and to go inside. And, I don't per se meditate anymore. I just drop in, and then whatever comes through for me. Three of Wands has come up. This is when we take action that is bringing us towards the future, seeing the future, and being able to let go of the past, which is what I was talking about originally, where I have no soul contracts. There's nothing that's going to hold me back from guilt, shame. I haven't done enough. That's all rubbish. So we are actually creating our new future. Even just talking about this enhances it and clears the way for us all, because you look at all the beautiful family that are on here together, and just us talking about this and us all dropping into our heart and contemplating it, it's helping it happen, not just for us, but for everyone that's ready for it.
Yeah, absolutely. The more of us that create that, the more people will fall into it. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what's
It's
so exciting, about
yeah,
it, I think.
yeah,
Is
but
that
it's
is that right
allowing.
now my only job is to feel as much joy as I can. Wow, what a
Correct.
problem, right?
Yes. So, yeah. Hi, Carolina. You're from
Yeah.
England. It's so lovely to have you on. So,
Yes.
yes, we're just talking about all
Welcome.
the changes. So, just let us know how you've been feeling. We love interaction on here. So it's good.
Yeah.
It's really reaffirming for everyone, that we're not going crazy alone. It's all good.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And the whole community, is extremely high vibrational. So
Yes.
it's just to have all this high energy is, oh, it just feels so good, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It really does, Yeah, but the timeline things are so interesting, like the time, whether it's expansion of time or, yeah, it's just quite crazy. Yeah.
It is. It is.
Mm.
So today, I don't know if you remember. Well, you probably remember that we did the two shows um, the domes, the lands behind the ice wall. So all the different lands.
Yep.
So um, oh, Angel Lori was asking if we've been noticing more angel numbers lately. Frequently.
Ah,
I
yes,
I don't know if I have necessarily. I've
I
seen the
have.
same amount, I think, than usual.
Yeah. And Kylie, who's on, she was saying as well, my friend, she was saying that she has too. Like I'll just glance up when I'm driving and there's a 222 and then next to it's a 111 and then, it's just like, oh, okay then, cool, whatever. It's, I'm creating this matrix anyway. It's fine. I'm creating all this just to remind myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's all you, baby. All you.
So yeah, all of us. Yeah.
Yeah. So I read the book. I bought the book, the first book, and it was only 100 pages, so I read it in one day. And I then saw this video come up on his feed that was saying that the Pleiadians were basically coming. So
Whose book was it? Sorry, can you just
the the guy that we talked about when we did the lands behind the
gotcha.
ice wall.
Gotcha. Yes, yes. Yep.
Yeah. So so he had this video on YouTube that was called hold on, Pleiades, the beings return to our lands. The beings return to our lands. So basically, this really struck me as weird, and I know that when we did the cards for everything else, it came up that it was true or
It was a version. I think it's always, we've got to remember,
yeah, yeah,
we're going to see a different perspective as we change. So we're going to see more complexity, or we're going to have more understanding and remembrance of things. So the
yeah.
whole thing could change because we're getting a deeper version.
Yeah, so I think that in this case, I'm hoping that that's what the cards will indicate, because I didn't kind of prefer. There's nothing good, nothing bad, so I'm trying to keep judgment out of the way. So basically, what he said was that the world is no longer in balance. Violent winds surge from Alcyon. Anomalous storms, tidal pulses have pushed this civilization to the brink of collapse. So what he was saying is that they made a pact with the custodians / Anunnaki, and because they did that pact, now they're being affected by all these, like I said, violent winds and anomalous storms, tidal pulses. So he's saying that they're going to start moving to the lands outside of our eyes. So there's two ice walls, the one around us and then the one around the ancestral lands. And what they're saying is that the Pleiadians are going to try to move into the ancestral lands from where they are. So the first question I have is, if indeed they did have a pact with the custodians and Anunnaki, did they make a pact did the Pleiadians make a pact with the custodians and the Anunnaki?
Yeah, and it's interesting because when you were talking, I was getting a download, and it's so funny because Kylie's put it up. Can you put that up there for me? What Kylie said, the bottom one. What if it's us? What if we have the Pleiadian DNA within us, and we're the ones that are actually now breaking down this whole structure through frequency and love. What if it's we've been here, and we can go into different realms? So what if now that shape-shifting and that aspect of moving through, it's actually us? That's what I'm getting as well, because it's interesting. So it's interesting that Kylie put that up.
So I'm not sure I understand what you're saying.
Okay. What if we're the Pleiadians as well? What if we're already in here? So there might be other.
That's us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Well, I know I was told that I was a Pleiadian hybrid. So
Yes.
Yeah, it could be us. Heck, I don't know.
That's what I mean. And that was what came through to me. And then I noticed Kylie's comment, and I went, that's what I'm getting. So there could be more that are coming through, and but they could be coming through even as human beings, but with more energy. So we'll ask your questions
Well,
now.
yeah, and he did mention in that video that some of them are already here, and they call those the human Pleiadians.
Yeah. So so that's what I was getting, is that's been the more important aspect of this, is the inner ones, the ones that have come in and had to do the cycle. We knew what we were getting into.
Yeah,
and so now,
okay, because that would make sense, because their plan is to enter our lands without submitting to the custodian Anunnaki control, which is what I know I've done myself in this life. Is I've moved away.
So we've already set that template. So it's so whichever perspective you want to take from it, there is a truth in there. So it's interesting, isn't it? So you know what I'm saying? It's like, let's ask the cards, but I know what I'm getting. It's just, it's nice to have the cards to be able to explain it more easily.
So the face is human Pleiadians to integrate in rural zones to awaken ancient frequency codes. But that's kind of what I was gonna talk about next. But yeah, it's all getting put together.
Yeah. So the first one up is, yes, this is a strategy. We've got our 7 of Swords. So this has been a plan, and it's nearly coming into completion, because the 5 of Swords are being held, and the balance is at the back. So I would say that there has been some sort of contract or some sort of agreement, whether it's interesting, because I was just getting the words, whether that will be honored by the ones that have run this recycling system. The military cards come up, Knight of Swords. So isn't that interesting? But I feel a lot of this is already in play with what's going on, just with what we know is going on with the breakdown of the system from the 3D aspect through the military, through the background plan, I suppose, is probably the best way to put it. So this is quite complex, for what I'm getting. So I have to
it is, because they originally, he said originally we were going to go to the lands, the Pleiadians were going to go to the lands outside of the second ice wall, not our lands, but the lands outside of it. The ancestral lands.
But the stars come up. Now, to me, this is always when we're very connected. We're connected into the let's talk about Pleiadians then. We're connected into Pleiadians, and we have choices down here to make. So, but we get to a point now where we're trusting, we're knowing, we're remembering who we are, and things just happen naturally. So it's almost like it can't be stopped no matter what. So this is very much what's coming through. Let me see if this is actually happening on a physical level. So I'm just going to reshuffle and ask, are these Pleiadians, is this happening on a physical level, so that they are coming into that realm that's closest to here from the outside? This will be really interesting.
They call them the ancestral lands, where our ancestors reside.
Yeah. Okay. And that's where they said they're coming into more.
Yeah, that they were going to come into the second wall into the ancestral lands.
Okay. Okay. It's interesting because we've got our 10 of swords and I'm just going to get another card to go with that because there's more to this story. I feel like something's finished. So something when that comes, yeah. So something's finished. There's a chaos going on. You know how he was talking about some chaos? It's going on, but I don't feel it's going to affect us as physically as what it's sounding like. And the Hierophant, this is someone that's had authority, had control over a lot of people. So it looks like that's finishing. It feels like there could be some chaos. It probably won't affect us as much as it might affect others that are maybe come from the matrix, like our NPCs, like our ones that are programmed. All right. So this is just what I'm getting. So yeah, let me now just see. Something's finishing. 10 of Wands again. So this is a real ending of something. Some action is being taken. It's almost like it's at that end point for it to. Oh, because what I'm getting is once it's in the ethers, once that plan is in the ethers, it's like it can take a little bit of time to then, of course, come through into the reality as well. But there is balance going to be coming with it. That's
Okay.
so that's what I'm getting. Yeah, I'm just getting yes. So what we're talking about is truth. So they may be coming in, but yeah, I don't know if they're going to come in like with their spaceships or whatever and come through the portals, or if they're going to be allowed in, because of course we've been blocked. And I love someone said in there, are we blocking ourselves like the ice walls? Well, we create everything, don't we? And we can take them down as well from the inside. That can happen.
Right.
But so
Right.
maybe they're a support group on the outside that can help with the frequency. It's like a resonance. When you have a resonance hit another resonance, things can just
Yeah.
go down. Yeah, is what I'm getting. I don't know. This is really complex from what I'm seeing, because it's almost like a whole new paradigm for us to remember.
Well, yeah. So I know that so Nicole's asking if the name of the lands is called Aurelia Prime. We can ask, but the names that he shows on the maps are Asgard, which is interesting because it's the name they use on one of the movies, Thor. You remember Thor? I think it was Thor.
Oh yeah,
When
they came from Asgard.
they came from Asgard. Yeah, yeah,
They tell us. They
yeah,
tell us.
yeah.
Like they
And
tell us.
then another name was so long that I didn't even write it down because it was like a German name, really long German name, and I didn't write it down. And I don't
Interesting.
remember the third one, but I know this name has been coming up for Nicole.
So, do you want me to ask about the Aurelia Prime?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just ask about that. Okay, this one's. Okay. I feel there may have been something called Aurelia Prime, but the Magician cards come up. So this is when things can change, when there's like been a little bit of hiding of something called magic's gone on, because the Five of Wands then came up. This is when action's been taken to change a situation. So something may have been called that, but whether it's now called that, it doesn't look like it. The Chariot, it's like it's moved on, like something's changed, shifted. There's been a different balance, whether it's a balance of power or whatever it is, and something's changed from that. So yeah, so that name could very well have existed for
Yeah.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder if those were the names before the custodians and Anunnaki came in, because I know that they also don't they also have control of that second ice wall? A little bit, maybe?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. They
I
have
don't know.
from I'm going to ask. Let's ask that question. Yes, because they do talk about the land in between. the
Yeah.
ice walls as well, from what
Yeah.
I
The
yeah,
ancestral lands. The
yeah,
ancestral
in
lands was
between them. Okay, this one's really hot. There's been a victory over that because the Six of Wands has come up. So there's actually been some sort of win over that now.
over that area as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. Oh, that one. Oh, gee, both these want to come out. Yeah, before that, it was definitely, it was controlled by different ones. But look at it now. Beautiful. Nine of Pentacles. It's very unique. Again, it's much more abundant. So something shifted from what it was. Definitely is what I'm
Okay.
getting. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So interesting because, okay. So then it sounds like this information was going to be true in the past, but it's changed by now. By the time it got to us, or by the time we shifted to the right timeline. Um, so is the Pleiadian civilization on the brink of collapse at this time, right now, in this now
Right now
moment?
in this timeline. So, and we're talking about the Pleiadian civilization here on Earth. Is that what they're saying, or are they saying the outside one?
No, the outside one, the one that has its own dome that represents
Yeah.
the Pleiades in the stars.
Dear, interesting, interesting. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. I'm getting it's yeah, that one wants to come out too. I'm getting yes and no because we've got this high priestess coming up again. So it's almost like in flux. And then we've got the military card again, that knight of swords. So I feel like it's not gone down, but they're going through a change as well. Because if from what I know, they seeded Earth. Like a lot of the original etheric was actually through the Pleiadian energy, the elemental beings, all of this. So I feel like there's something going on there that's a bit mysterious as well. But they're going through a change like we are. So it's not like it's going down. It's not like it's being destroyed or anything like that. No, it's actually coming into a higher frequency, a higher vibration, because they took on some of you got to take responsibility for what you create. So they've taken that on. So they had to also go through the changes with us, but it's all going to be fine. Ten of Cups has come up. So to
Okay.
me, this is a really positive card.
Okay. Because the story goes that there was a great war prior to the reset of 1728 when humans / giants fought the custodians and Anunnaki. And so the Pleiadians chose not to intervene. Since then, he said, our relationship with them has been of mistrust. And then it said the custodians' engineering, biological rhythm, and genetic code basically unleashed a slow disintegration that threatens to end their world. So it sounds like their plan was to enter our lands without submitting to the custodian Anunnaki control. And the following phases. Number one, human Pleiadians to integrate in rural zones to awaken ancient frequency codes. Number two, school cities will be founded in neutral rings in the 3 lands that are within the second ice wall.
Okay.
But it sounds like this already has been averted, is what it sounds like.
Well, it sounds like it's already happened, but they're still
They're
going.
past it.
Yeah, but they're going through what it feels like is they're going through like what we're going through with these shifts and changes and everything as well. And then that's reflected through what's happening around them on a physicality. So yeah, the Chariot again, but they've come back into balance and they're moving forward. This is why I feel everything is also going so much quicker.
Okay.
Because it's almost like there's that support resonance that's from the outside as well. Oh, you know what I'm just getting? Okay, I know things I say might sound a bit weird, but I just get what comes through to me. Oh, what was it? they could only do it when we've done it. They could only go in sync. That's why it's a chariot. We had to be getting into the higher and higher frequency and more balance before they could actually take action and help to hold that with us. Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I'm getting. So it's been up to us. We've been the true warriors in here. We're the light warriors. We're the
wow.
warriors that have said, "Yeah, we'll go in. We'll be that Knight of Swords at the front of the game." So yeah, and Sherry, I love what Sherry's written. So the energy and contracts are absolved, absolutely, and it will mean that the Pleiadian, what they did with helping to start all of this whole beautiful realm, that also, it's almost like that will be dissolved. And this is what I've been saying and what I've been feeling. There's no more karma for me. And for anyone that chooses this, there's no more soul contracts. There's no more contracts. I don't owe anything to anyone. And I feel this is where we're at within what we're talking about as well on a bigger scale. So I don't know I feel that's what this is. What we have inside is what's actually happening within the realms.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it's interesting, I had to say that this morning as well before we even started this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I said that. I was going, I have no more contracts, I have no more karma. There's nothing like that exists in my world. And so it feels like it's dissolved, it's been balanced, and so things can move forward.
So do you think we should all say the same thing? We should all say out loud what you said?
If you feel it, if you remember who you truly are, which is what it is. And the Knight of Pentacles has come up, and he's someone that brings a message into reality. So yes, if you feel it, like, to me, I will never ever again bow down to shame, guilt, obligation, I'm less than God, nothing. And that's what my friend Maree helped me with when she came through in my dream, but I was awake in a dream state. And this frequency came through me, and I knew it was her. And she was my beautiful, like, spiritual massage second mum type person. I'd known her for like 24 years. And she went, "Maree, look." And so I went above it all and I looked and I went, "Oh." She said, "You don't bow down to anyone or anything, not even God."
Right. Well, because
I
you
brought
are
it.
it.
Yeah, we are it.
We are
And it was
it.
just that aha moment. It was amazing. So I think we have to feel it for ourselves and remember it for ourselves. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's
How
what I'm
beautiful.
getting. And we all have a different experience and a different perspective, which is perfect. So trust yourself. Just know this is what's right for me, and make it fun. Like, for me now, I have freedom. It's like, nah, don't owe anything to anyone. Everyone's their own God self. Everyone's capable. If something comes into my path and I intuitively I know I've got to help, I want to help this person, I will, of course. I have a big heart. I'm really generous. I will never do it under obligation or feel then that there's karma
Right.
between us, anything like that.
Right. And it's funny you talk about obligation, because today I go to work out at the gym, and lately I hate it. I mean, hate it. And I was like, I know that this is not doing me any good to go work out, bust my ass when I hate it. It's just not the right energy. I'm not going to gain anything from it. I'm doing it out of obligation, feeling the obligation. And once again, I ask the cards and I'm like, am I getting anything out of this if I'm going to work out? And because I want to grow muscle? And it was like, no, it's not. It's just not doing anything. It's not doing anything because the energy behind it is negative. It's an energy that doesn't resonate, And it was like, you can build muscle by imagining light coming in and building those muscles up while you're doing an exercise that you do enjoy. And I was
That's it,
like,
the joy.
the
Yes.
joy, yeah. And it's funny because I was sitting in the car in the parking lot of the gym and I didn't want to go inside. And I'm like, screw this shit. I'm asking the cars. I don't want to go.
But that's awesome. And sometimes it's such a pattern that we've got into doing that it feels wrong to almost change that. So, I mean, my exercise, I go to these deep water exercise classes and I just am in love because I'm talking to the water and I'm connecting with its consciousness as I'm doing my exercise. And I feel amazing when I get out of there after an hour. And that's all I feel like I want to do is that.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
or play frisbee on the beach or just things that are fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was like almost like a one of those moments where it's like when it said that, when it was like, no, you don't have to, you shouldn't go to the gym. And I'm like, oh my God. Like I literally was like so blissful and so happy that this weight was taken off my shoulders, because,
Literally.
I just don't know if it's because we are led to believe by the establishment and the program that you got to work out to get muscle. Like that is all a 3D program. Everything is a 3D program,
Yep.
So start questioning if you're doing things that you really hate. Like it's so important that we stop doing things that we don't like doing.
Yeah.
So important.
So, and Elisa, do you want to come up even with me? Elisa as well, what I was giggling at is that you needed the cards to give you permission to make that decision, which I love. And if we need that, do it. And then we'll go, oh, it's okay. I can give myself permission. If I don't want to do something or if I feel, no, that's not right for me, just do it. Listen to yourself. So I think that's so beautiful.
Well,
We're human, aren't we still?
Lately, I'm getting the messages and I am listening to the messages, but in my mind, in this case, I couldn't put two and two together on how else I could build muscle. Like it was like, well, if I don't, how else am I going to build muscle? So I couldn't. But if it's something that I can let go of, I will let go of it. But if there's something that I can't quite like, well, how am I going to do it then if I don't do it this way? And that's why I felt like I needed the cards.
That's brilliant. That's really clever. And that's why we have these strategies and these, tools that we can use to get to remember more and to get more wisdom about who we are. I mean, we can heal our own bodies. Of course, we can grow our own bloody muscles. It's like, yes, it's true.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. So I'm going to be working on growing my muscles just by imagining the beautiful light coming in and that light just filling up my muscles and making them grow. And as I'm doing my pickleball and as I'm doing my Zumba and as I'm doing my yoga, because I am exercising all day long. It's just not lifting weights. I don't like it.
Well, I know. And so don't. I think that's brilliant. It's so good. And it's a joy in it. That's what does it too. So yeah, I think we've been so taught about limiting 3D stuff, and we've never been taught about how powerful we are, it's so incredible. I do not have one bit of pain in my whole body at all. Nothing. And I used to get a naggy hip, and then I used to have a knee that would go sore if I was going through a shift. Nothing. Not a skerrick. This body is just amazing. Yeah. And it's like, you really can, I can feel the difference as we expand more and remember this is an outfit, and it's our beautiful etheric being that is keeping everything in great shape, or whatever you want to call it, or just a healthy, happy body. So I tell it all the time how amazing it is.
Yes, every day. Several times a day. Several times a day. I have that conversation with my body. Absolutely. Well, I'm glad we had this conversation because I was a little worried about the Pleiadians being in trouble. And then I'm like, well, we wanted to go over there. So now it's like, we can't go over there. They're in war and they're in trouble and all this stuff. So,
Yeah,
um,
no, it's definitely they're there and they're able to help us by, like I said, I feel like they're this resonant aspect that's sort of helping us like this.
okay,
So
very good. Very good. So their energies are helping us and our energy is helping them, basically.
correct. Yeah.
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 Okay. Very cool. So getting back to the movie that we're all watching, so Mr. T got a
Oh,
booster. Did you see that? He got a booster.
it looked
Let's
like
talk.
AI. Honestly, it didn't even look like him.
Well, the
I
one I saw was not even, it was just a picture, the sign form of the doctor that gives them a yearly physical. It was just that form signed with a date and saying, I've given this guy whatever. And anyway, um, what is that all about? What
it's
is what
interesting,
is
isn't it?
what is this movie?
Yeah,
What is that about?
yeah, for sure. But I remember when he was talking about vaccines also being hydroxychloroquine and, ivermectin and all of these other goodies. So
Yeah,
I don't know, but let's just see.
but in this
Is that
case, in this case, it's a like a C-19 booster. I mean, like totally.
just doesn't feel. Anyway, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, what's the strategy? I know it's part of the movie. These days, it's always part of the movie, so it's like
Always
not even
have a
worth
movie
asking anymore.
to. Interesting. So the first card is the Seven of Pentacles. This means it's part of the movie because it's seeds that have been planted a long time ago. It's to help. When the Ace of Cups comes up, it's to help people to feel better about something that's happened. Okay, with everything that's coming up, people are honestly going to feel, what's the word, like failures, like they're sick. I mean, it's been coming up more and more. I've noticed we've got local groups on Facebook, like, our Paradise Point, and someone said, I can only run this because I can't leave home because of what's happened to me since this. And so and probably it was so many people replied and said, yes, I've had this, or two people in my family have gone since then because of it. And the ones that haven't taken it have gone, we're so sorry, we had to research a lot and go through a lot to not take it, so we're not it was just beautiful, and I've never seen that come up on those sort of feeds, and it was just so much empathy and understanding from both sides. So I don't feel he's got it, but I feel like that's what it was done for, because the judgment cards come up.
Oh yeah, I
um,
don't believe it in a minute that he took it.
because the Page of Swords is here, and to me this is always that little furphy I talk about. It's like whispers at the water hole. So it's a part of the plan. So I'm not getting at all that's what's happened. It's for a reason. So people ask questions. Why would you get it? Because, like, isn't there an issue with that? Aren't they talking about this causes that?
Yeah, what I
Yeah,
was thinking was that it was a way for people that hate his guts and that got
yeah,
the vaccine to be like, oh, well, he's not so bad. Like, it's a psychological thing. Like, hey, we get something in common kind of thing. Um, so
absolutely.
yeah, so
And
that's what that kind of was thinking. It was more of that.
yes, yes. And exactly, it just doesn't feel right, but it's working. They're working on so many different levels with this plan. So it's not for us. So that is not for us.
Oh no,
So
no,
yeah.
no,
And
no, no, no.
yeah.
So
Okay.
Lauren
Enjoy.
wants us to ask the cards if he's currently battling a major illness.
All right, let's just see. And then I want to talk a little bit about the peace deals as well.
Oh, okay.
Let's just see. So we're
Yeah, because
tuning
that's
in.
all part of the movie too.
I know it's already happened, but
Yeah.
it's now becoming public, which is amazing. All right, so let's just see if he's currently battling a major illness. Is Trump actually currently got something going on that's major for his health. Place. Oh, that one.
Yes,
Interesting.
77 Wild. If you guys will hit the like, let's find subscribe, soul family.
Exactly. So the first card up is the moon card. So there might have been something that was a little bit out of sync for him within his physical body, but I feel he got some special healing because we've got the High Priestess card come up again, that mystique. There's something there that we might not quite know about yet. And then I got that he's fine because that's the no card as well now. So he may have been Angel Laurie, but he's not now.
Well, they
No.
got the med beds. They have all
Correct.
that technology from the secret, whatever it's called, the secret.
Correct. So yeah, so no. Yeah. Even if he does get something out of whack or whatever, then it gets fixed really quickly.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
But,
exactly. Yeah. So what did you want to ask, Maree?
Yeah, so I just happened to watch this little video before I came on. I went, oh, what's this about? And it was him, because he's over in the East, like over in Saudi Arabia at the moment. And there was the three of them. So there was, I think it was Netanyahu, and then there was someone else and him, and they were signing a peace treaty. And apparently he has got the 20 hostages back from the Hamas. And he said this is the first time this has happened in 3,000 years, was what was said. It's interesting, isn't it, and I've had people say that have never liked him. If he can do this, he's a really good man. If he can do this, then I'm behind him. So you can just see this massive shift and change from people having the Trump derangement syndrome to, oh my goodness, no one's ever done this. And it was spontaneously said to me by a few people. I hadn't even brought it up. Wow. And I was like, wow, this is clever. So yeah, so what should we ask about it though? Is this now, it's just time for it to come out in the public, because
how is it affecting people seeing this? Is it bringing people more into acceptance of him?
Yeah, I guess. Really good question. Oh, wow. Interesting. Yeah. Absolutely. Because when people go against someone, like with Trump derangement syndrome, that gives them an identity as to who they are. The Seven of Wands to me is when someone's fighting for their identity. So this is actually enabling them to come to the party, because we've got our Two of Cups. So they can go, oh, I've now got a really good reason for myself and for others that I can now go, oh, this is amazing. So their sense of identity doesn't get completely trashed. It's really positive for them. And this is what I'm feeling, because there's one more that wants to come up. Some people still won't take the offering.
I know. Yep.
Nope.
It is ingrained in them. I'm telling you.
I know. And it's like they just can't look at it. They're still looking at what they've had. So for some people, it's a beautiful transformation and transition, and it's easy for them. But usually a lot of those people are sort of a little bit awake anyway. And this is just like okay. And it's like everything else falls away, and they're now open to the actions he takes in other situations, is what I'm getting.
Yeah, I feel like that's really like the older people that know what's been happening with Gaza and for so many years. And so the older people, but the younger kids, they don't know what that means. They have no idea what that means.
No,
so they're not going to, I just don't see them changing their views. It has to be something completely different.
And it's fascinating, because what's just coming to me is what I've always felt and known and sort of heard as well, is above like all of that area, that Middle East area, there's been a portal where the non-human beings can come through and can come and go in a way, and they're controllers as well. So I reckon that's closed. I felt this a while ago, but I really feel that that's closed now. So that they just can't keep coming in.
Yeah. Okay. So the next question, and I'm glad, Sherry, you asked this because I had it in my mind, but I couldn't figure out how to ask this question. So they said Israel would be last. Could it be the end of the covert operations?
Really good question. Okay. 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 Interesting, because I was getting the words not publicly yet, but it's finished. Like if we're talking covert underneath everything, yes, but I was getting not publicly. So there's more to come out publicly, if that makes sense. That's happening. But this is, King of Pentacles. This is the master of reality. So I would say that it will come out now publicly, even if it's already happened, which it has, which a lot of it has happened or been in strategy, but some of it's still hidden, and it will stay hidden as well. The Four of Swords can often say that the truth will come out, but I feel like there's always going to be stuff that just won't get talked about because it's too much, and if you want to know about it, then of course we'll find out if that's what we choose to do. But it's Queen of Pentacles. So we can actually contemplate our reality and find out more if we want to. It's not all going to come out, but most of it I'd say is finished from those cards,
Okay.
just not publicly.
Yeah, exactly. The last thing I wanted to ask you, because we only have a couple of minutes left, was about the silver. We talked about the silver, how silver's taken off. So is gold, actually. Really, both of them. But there has come a point where now they're calling it a silver freeze, or like where there's just no any more silver to hand out. So what can the cards tell us about how this is going to how is this going to resolve itself, right? Because you were saying that what happens is that the guys that are buying now are buying at a huge premium. And so I want to see what the cards tell us, how that's all going to balance out, right? Because I'm sure it's going to go out of balance. And then it's, how is this going to
come back through? Or how is it going to manifest? It's causing a bit of chaos for people in their minds. Like this Five of Swords is definitely changing up ideas, and people are really quite worried about it. And again, Four of Cups, but some people wouldn't even know this is going on because it's not they've actually been drawn to or agreed with. But it's something that's going to bring about, the Lovers card to me is really finding the most beautiful balance. It's going to help create balance in the world. All of this sort of chaos around it is actually eventually going to bring through a beautiful balance with everything. And it could be the start of the public insight into the financial fiat system. So in the end, it's actually going to be, I feel, a really important step into bringing balance. The Hanged Man, it might take a bit of time, okay, because this is a surrendering card. So, but that's what I'm feeling it's doing. So yeah, but so yeah, I feel it's just a step in this beginning of this public showing of the fiat system, how it all works, and what's real and not real, literally.
Right. Yeah.
So, but yeah. So, and I just want to, can I just mention, Angel Laurie, I always say you trust what you get, you know what you get, and your perspective and experience around, what you're seeing on any level. Just be that. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Everyone, you have to discern for yourself. So that's the experience you're having, which is fine. So some people get really angry about the Mr. T situation because they really just have this hatred in there. for some reason. So that's what I'm talking about when I talk about the syndrome. There's this anger and hatred, and they can't hear anything else, and
Yeah.
that's all it is. So yeah, I'm not saying that anyone on here has that at all. We're all allowed to have our own discernment and our own perspective and experience with it, which is perfect. Okay, so just so you know that.
All right, very beautiful. Well, thank you everybody for being here, and thank you for sticking with us till the end. And can't wait to have our next show. And don't forget about Maree's show on Sunday. And we love you guys. We love you so much. And stay high vibing.
Yes, stay high vibing.
All right. Bye bye, everybody.